One experience was, I think it was just first year of my practice, and my nephew, he just refused to go to school. My my sister's son, and a precious son. She was calling from the family doctor's place, the general practitioner who stayed there. From their place, the general practitioner was scared, looking at the pain and paralytic weakness, and wanted to admit. And I said, nothing doing, you stay there, I'll send some medicine. Two doses of Tarantula hispania. And he went to the school. It was feigning sickness. I knew the temperament, I knew the constitution, I knew the background, and it was possible for me to take the stand, not my sister. But at the same time, it was not possible at that time to confront my sister and to empower her to be that. So 2 doses had worked. Another case, couple of years back, was acute cough, which the girl had incessant, which she was having for the last 3 days. I was treating mother and the father, not the girl. And suddenly they had come that now she has got her unit test and this cough is not subsiding. We had taken these, that, and X-ray did not reveal anything, nor the CBC. 2 doses of Nux moscata, and she gave her exam peacefully, because cough would be worse when you examine, when you attend to her. All of you know Nux moscata, the hysterical drug. So two concrete examples, even in this kind of acute feigning sickness, works very well.
See, same situation I had faced just 8 years old girl, 8 or 9 years old girl. She never wanted to go to school. She was always crying before going to school, and mother was always trying to persuade her, okay, you have to go to school. But then, on the contrary, the things were worsening. So they just happened to come to me. Initially, I put that child on one side and just asked her what is her problem and why she doesn't want to go. નહીં મને પેટમાં દુખે છે, મને આમ થાય છે તેમ. ઓકે, તને પેટમાં દુખે તો I'll give you medicine, you'll be all right. But anything else? Okay, ના, મને સ્કૂલે જાઉં છું ત્યારે જ દુખે છે. Okay, then I understand there is something wrong. I asked mother, the family history, nothing wrong between parents, nothing. After some times, fortunately her teacher was also my patient. And she also happened to come to me, and since they were knowing the parents and everybody together, inquiry was done, and she said, she is not coming to school, there is something wrong. Then I asked her whether teachers are very strict on her or somebody is strict on her. Nothing. After a few days, I just told her, the small child, that do you have your grandfather? She says, yes. How is he? Nice. I like him very much. Then I told her, where is he now? So he is in village now. Okay, now I am your grandfather. Can you tell me what is happening to you? Come to me, near. I bring her near to me actually, you know. And as he rightly said, that we have to treat sometimes such patients with love and everything. And then she told me that there are some, स्कूल में वो बेंच के मॉनिटर रहते हैं या ऐसा कुछ अभी नया नया होता रहता है स्कूल में. So she was made bench monitor, and then another girl was more stronger than her. So instead of she remaining as a monitor, that girl used to be monitor of that bench, and she used to fire this girl, you know. And then in that enmity happened, and all these three girls who were on the same bench, they did not talk with her. She was isolated. And since she was isolated, she did not like it. Therefore, she was not wanting to go to school. These are the issues which occur and then I told you, I behaved her with like a grandfather, and there was really a good change in her. And then after, of course, medicines were also given. She was a phosphorus child, and later on the things also changed. Here both things helped me, you know, by having a role of something which she was having a what you call the attachment with. So that is another way I approach.
There is a term called alexithymia. Thymia means mood. A means no, and alexi means word. In children, there is no word. They cannot say, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm anxious. So all these anxiety, depression gets translated into a somatic symptom. So whenever they come, we have to, as he rightly said, talk with the child and see which emotion is being expressed through this bodily symptom. Like in this child, you could find this out. So I think whenever the patient is coming like this and you know it's functional, you have to know that the child is trying to express something bodily because it cannot. So sometimes you can be strict, like your mother, if it is once in a way. But if it is repetitive, we have to look into and see what exactly the child is trying to express.